Game 1 of Terroru versus Dragon. Dominio Azul. We have Terroru. On the left side, this is a 3-player map.
Nice.
And Dragon in the bottom right, talking up a storm. Both members of the same clan, I believe.
I'm waiting for the day that... Oh, I'm sorry. Keep going.
No, that's it.
I was gonna say I'm waiting for the day when we get 2 players in a show match that have some, like, not safe for Twitch conversations taking place in a show match. We'll be like, maybe we need to.
Yeah, I never watched these beforehand. So.
Yeah, that would be unfortunate.
I feel like most StarCraft players, at least that play the show matches, you know, have some.
If this was 98 or early 2000s and we were all teenagers, yeah, that might be an issue. If I had my sensibilities now. But we're pretty boring grown-ass men. Or boys.
We just figured out what was more interesting. So.
Both of these players are in our Best of the Best tournament, and I forced them to play on this map in show matches so they familiarize themselves with it and provide feedback to Freakling if need be to make small minor revisions.
Yeah, these guys play, you know, not that frequently, but pretty frequently with each other as practice partners if they're preparing for stuff. So it'll be a pretty good match, man. I know they're pretty evenly matched.
Shout out to Character who joined the voice chat. And promised that he would co-cast all the fucking games tonight. I'm just joking. I peer pressure some people to join, and Character's one of them.
So the ramp for the bottom right, that's going upwards? Or is it, where is that? For the bottom right base? Oh, so it's a flat map. Okay.
Flat map. You got something against flat maps, Dark?
No, I just, you know, it's hard to tell because it's dark. But no, nothing wrong with flat maps. I like them of all shapes and sizes.
I feel like I've noticed a tendency for Twilight maps to be flat maps. Like many times the bases, it feels like tend to have like I know this doesn't apply to Ringing Blue, but I just feel like a large proportion of the Twilight maps tend to be flat. I think that the cliff structure that you see on Twilight maps is really cool looking. It just sort of winds and buckles. Has a cool look to it.
Yeah, we'll see how it plays out. I mean, the rush distances look actually, I don't know, it's hard to tell, but if they look somewhat closer, maybe you can kind of slow push successfully on this if there's some close bases you can take as you're pushing. But yeah, Dragon likes to open with the Zealot Goat, and luckily for Terror, he gets the CC 15cc safely with last scout, so that's nice. That's like the perfect situation.
Looks like he has his. So Dragon hasn't actually scouted him yet. So
He's trying to figure out the map. You could see his probe was scouting his main at first, so this is an expansion here at 6 o'clock. Players could check out the map in the SCM map software program.
Yeah, I've seen some interesting, like we had that one game last week where the Zerg player went, it was like a semi-island map, and the Zerg player made all these ground units at the start and just ran around the map. Didn't actually do anything with them.
At the 5-minute mark, I think they found each other.
Yeah.
This is why I forced them to play on this map and D's E-Ray, 2 new maps we have in our tournament map pool, along with Eclipse, Sylphid, and Polypoid. Every game is going to be important. They're going to be worth $10 each.
Hey, what's up, Character? How you doing?
Yeah, Character, how you doing?
It sounded like he was messing with his mic or something, so maybe
He didn't really want to cast, and I just made him feel guilty about it. He felt like he has nothing to offer, and that might be how a lot of people feel, but obviously we're not all knowledgeably casting. It's supposed to be a fun thing, right? So feel free to just hop in and talk with us.
I mean, I'm a 1300, I don't know, something like that MMR Zerg player who's been playing ladder and such for like 2 or 3 months now.
It might be easier for you guys because you're part of our Discord. You might have played a show match before. You've spoken to me over text at least, but some others not so much. But yeah, guys, if you really want to jump in and cast, do so. I created this format for everyone, so take advantage of it.
I think he's missing the repair. Okay, he's good.
He's got a tank coming out.
I don't know though. He's if he doesn't get a 4th SCV there, okay, he is. We are watching S-rank players, so they shouldn't be losing bunkers to Dragoon pressure.
Yeah, he was cutting close.
Yeah.
So did he make? I think he made 4 extra Marines. So I think he's looking for a 2-fact push, and this could be pretty strong. It's gonna be, or if he can snipe a tank though, it's bad.
Oh,
Oh.
whoa, yeah. Did he take? It looks like he took a little hull damage on those Dragoons, but I think you take that. Oh, barely anything. Yeah, that's a good trade, I think.
Well, he lost 1 goon. He lost a goon for a tank. That's a good trade, especially because he wants the 3 tank and then vulture speed mine follow up. So now he's down a tank. Yeah.
I don't know too much about TVP, but does it make sense for the Protoss to ever as with Zerg, when the Terran does something like equivalent of this, your Mulets are poking in and out, and say if that tank was back.
That's a good mines round.
Yeah, this is really
Damn,
good.
wow, that actually went really well. He shouldn't.
Yeah,
I think I better miss micro there.
Like, I guess you don't want the Terran to get set up outside your natural, but I feel like you dove in a little bit.
Yeah, maybe he thought there was more tanks behind it, but there was only the one, so actually the vultures were the scary part of this. But it looks like it's handled.
The ops too, so great timing on the ops. Doesn't really, he holds that. Even kills the vulture with probes, so a little bit of
I like this.
Yeah.
I mean, some players will go try for the 3rd or something, and you'll bump into the pylon wall. So if you can get lucky and get in the main, it's good damage for sure.
Yeah, I mean the Terran's already up 10 SCVs, so I don't know. I was gonna say that was actually good for Dragon, but now at this point I feel like Terror's actually gotten himself into a small lead. I was going to say that does Protoss ever sort of poke a little bit at the Terran army that's on a 2-fact push and try to find a straggler tank, pick it up?
Yeah, that's what you want to try to do, is figure out opportunities, poke away at Marines, and if there's an opportunity to jump on a tank, then you should totally do that. How did you get in here? Oh, there's another, yeah, they're still figuring it out, I think.
He's like, I got a pylon wall.
That's a pretty interesting base layout. Is that a 3rd? That's another base, right? It's not a main.
There's 3 spawning positions, so 12 o'clock is another spawning position.
So this is okay.
This would be not the 3rd, I don't think.
It's like another base that's in like a tucked away base.
Yeah. This would be the 3rd for Terroru.
And no probe. It looks like the probes are just now transferred.
This should be a 3rd, I think.
It's a cool map. I think you probably have some fun games on it.
Freakling has been mapping for a long time, and when he puts his name on a project, it's original and it has something to contribute. Now there might be some things that need tweaking around, but you're in safe hands playing on a map made by Freakling. He's also a technical expert, so he spends many hours fixing a lot of technical issues and bugs which exist in a lot of maps, if not most maps. Shout out to
It looks
Freak.
like Protoss might be trying to take a fourth. I think that looks like a mineral only fourth. Just sort of at 12 o'clock and down a little bit. Is that a...
Yeah, so that's like the rotational symmetry of this map, right? There's 3 bases, the mineral only third. So yeah, it's kind of, I mean, this is a situation where I'm not that comfortable with in terms of strategy of like, how do you adjust your build as Terran when you don't have a third gas? Because you can become, you know, gas starved. You can't have the third add-on. Usually you want 1 add-on per gas. And so if you don't have a third gas, what do? Do you, you know, vultures become not so effective against 2 groups of goons. It's a tricky thing. Somehow, you know, better players than I make it work, and they have enough tanks and enough upgrades.
There should be an expansion here that Terran would try to capture.
Okay, so I was wondering what if we were going carriers or arbiters. So arbiter.
Yeah, this might not be the map for carriers because it seems pretty open.
You know, carriers are sort of like, you know, the meta, just sit back and chill kind of unit that you see in like the 2v2s and 3-for-alls. But when it comes to 1v1s, I actually really enjoy watching. There's something, I don't know, there's something fun about watching the tank versus Goliath dance. Where the Protoss is trying to get something, you know, get something done with the carriers, and the Terrans just block it. All the while, the Protoss is probably about to die at any minute if the carriers aren't trading well. So I don't know. I find it interesting.
So do you guys think Dragon is going to be able to hold an attack here?
Do we have a timing on the 2-1? It's probably come. It looks like, I mean, if it's Terror, he's probably sharp on it, so it'll probably be any time, like 13 minutes, 14 minutes. I mean, in terms of supply, he's down, so he's definitely behind. Yeah, if he's got a stasis or 2 on him, possibly. If those arbiters, you know, don't have enough energy, there's not enough of them, it might be a little tricky.
Is it normal to get +2 vehicle armor before +2 vehicle attack?
No. This is great, man. Terror's like, I don't know. You know, I thought with that 1 tank he wasn't gonna make it work, but he got that lead and he kept the lead. That's like so good. That's what Day 9 says, right? If you get ahead, get more ahead.
So Terroru plays like 6-7 hours a day. Anybody who follows the stream, if you're playing him, he's not fucking around, right?
All right.
And yeah, Dragon's doing quite well. Seems like he's got a strong economy. He knows that a push is coming soon. He needs an arbiter out at least.
Yeah, even after losing all those vultures kind of for free, they're even on supply. I don't think that's good for the Protoss.
Is it possible to have 2 arbiters by this time? Or no, it's just you usually get 1?
Usually 2 for the 15-minute push out.
Here we go.
So you should have.
I think this is just his first one. And only 1
yeah,
shuttle.
you'll have at least 1 stasis.
Let's see how they use the map layout to engage. I'm really interested in what sort of position Terroru is going to set himself up. And I'm worried about Dragon. I feel like Terroru feels a little bit more comfortable on this map.
I mean, that's a really valued server right there. Not getting picked off. He sees the move out.
Terroru's maxed out.
I mean, Dragon usually engages, so I expect it to engage. I'm curious if he will try to, you know, pressure the third or even like bluff attacking the third to try to buy some time. But man, this is a huge army from Terror.
Yeah, I don't really like
This is a death trap coming out, but
that's so many vultures. Like, I think he pulled back, right? That's so many vultures. Like, I think if he had Storm ready in position, I mean, he has Storm, but if he, where are his high templar anyway?
He already lost so many zealots that this fight is just gonna be uphill, man.
Yeah, I mean he's got storms, but too little, too late, maybe. I mean he's got a nice stasis, but it's just so many.
There's a storm. Another one. That's good. He's got the bases up, you know. He's just gotta, like, if he gets contained here, it's game over.
Yeah. I'm wondering. Yeah, he doesn't. I mean, I guess you don't usually get shuttles at this point.
GG. Nice. Really well done.
I don't know why Dragon engaged there. He might have been dead regardless, but it's a bad spot. He was trying to come out of this. Ramp
Wouldn't
or
that have made
whatever.
sense? I don't play TVP, but would it have made sense to actually wrap some of his army around the back? Because it is possible to flank, but
I don't know if countering would have been a better choice, kind of like a base trade.
I don't think you ever base trade a Terran as a Protoss, though, right?
Buying more time. He was already kind of maxed out. I don't know if some of his production buildings were finishing or if he was getting another Arbiter out, but just looking at it, it didn't look good at all. Maybe if he had a few more shuttles filled with Zealots. And some
I think if he was more familiar with the map, he wouldn't have gone up there. I think he would have had maybe half his army at the bottom where there's a wider area, and then maybe at the top for a flank, like to come around. But I mean, he was already behind, so that was always going to be a tough challenge. But I think if he was more familiar with the map, he probably would have taken a better angle and wouldn't have lost all those zealots right away. Is it the same map?
Dominion Azul. Got it.
All right. Nice.
Yeah, taking that high ground position didn't really do him much good. He actually got trapped in there a little bit.
All right, I'll be back in a minute.
So, slightly different spawning positions this time. Terroru on top, and Dragon on the bottom left.
Supply first, so nothing too cheesy yet from Terran. I feel like most players that are not Protoss, whenever they are looking at Protoss, they think everything is cheese. Like, oh look, he's making a gateway.
Yeah, I love it. It's one of my favorite parts about Protoss.
There's a probe in my base. He's choosing me.
Just the nature of the race. It makes cannons. People are just following the logic of all the benefits of playing Protoss.
Yeah. I mean, hey, the race is really cool. I think we were talking about that earlier. Like, I don't know. I love their buildings, upgrades, names. It's cool. The only one gateway. I don't know if Protoss. I think Protoss does the 2-gate against Terran as well, right? I'm not as familiar with that matchup, but I'd imagine 2-gate is good against him as well.
Why you suck? Welcome.
What's up? Unfortunately, I won't be able to cast.
You came just to say, unfortunately, I won't be able to cast.
He doesn't have enough mana to cast.
Did you say he's not man enough to cast?
No. He doesn't have enough energy.
Shots fired.
Not enough energy.
Game 2 of Dragon vs. Terroru on the Devil map.
I always thought it was interesting how most games use the term mana to refer to casting power, but StarCraft uses energy. and then Psi refers to Protoss supply. I feel like in most games, Psi power would refer to the casting ability. Nice. Good micro. Both sides, though. But it doesn't look like you can get much else done with that. I think that's also one of my other favorite mini games. That it feels like at any point in time the Protoss can just do game-ending damage to the Terrans, so the Terrans just constantly trying to body block and zone out the Zealot. Pretty fun. So we got a factory and a CC for Terroru. Natural Nexus almost complete. Again, not too familiar with these timings, but it seems to me like this is about right.
Just enjoying some StarCraft music. Excuse my silence.
Oh yeah. I love the StarCraft soundtrack too. I know I'm just going on and on about all the things I like about StarCraft, but it's a good game.
Do that all day. It's
Survivors
Mary
are watching.
Broodwar special.
But you know, some games have very thematic music. You know, it's good music, but after you hear it for a long time, it becomes kind of loud and obnoxious.
Yeah, I
but,
know what you
like,
mean. That's never happened with
music
StarCraft.
finds that good game that a strategy game should have. That good.
Yeah, I've
balance.
never met somebody who said I hated it. I've met people who are like, I'm kind of indifferent towards it, but never hates.
But no one hates it, and it's not that thing you turn down. Like, oh, it's just like my ears after hearing this for hours and hours. Like, I mean,
Yeah, and years and years.
yeah, years and years for hours.
Yeah,
like,
you guys play with the music on, right?
Yeah, I do.
I only get to listen to it when we cast because I don't play. But
I don't actually play with the music on, but anytime there's a cast, I like it when that music's on there.
what the fuck did you just say? Me and A-Bug are like, what? Is it intentional or you just don't care? It doesn't make a difference.
What do you mean?
Like you turn off the music. That's cardinal
Oh yeah,
sin.
yeah. No, it's just you can focus better.
Can you though? I feel like you can't.
Yeah, I feel like some players actually.
I'm just joking,
thrive
Dark
off
Man.
emotional energy. I think it just depends. Like, you know how some people study better when it's just silent.
Yeah,
like,
it's
study
totally
in
preference
complete
thing.
silence, and then some people they can't study unless they're like listening to music.
Dark is like fucking serious when he plays. No music.
Or I'll
I
put
like
the
it.
Doom Eternal soundtrack on. It's like man, this push is strong, but looks like Dragon's doing a lot better this time around.
Yeah, trading well. He has a Zealot as well that soaks some of that damage.
Dragon.
Getting shots in the tanks. Okay, I think
Nicely done, my
He's
man.
wagging his finger right now. He's like, nah.
It could go bad though. But he's playing it safe.
Does he have an observer yet?
Well done.
He
Just
does.
in time.
Nicely played. You can tell this is a good Protoss player. Timed it just right.
My man Dragon breathing that fire.
Roaring. He's roaring.
And Terroru being tricky, I think.
Yeah, it's like, okay, I want to bet you.
He's gonna move out with his goons and he
Yep.
slips in. Or maybe he's just looking
But
for
Dragon's about, or he's.
Oh
about,
my god, look at that
yeah, I feel like
timing
you're
there.
gonna- yeah,
Jesus.
that's very good game
That's
sense.
scary.
Terroru.
Feels good as a Terran to get that. It's like 30-second delay.
Yeah, man. When I'm playing against Protoss, I feel like I always find their expansion when all the cannons are just warping it. Like, come on, man, you have 10 cannons here, and I just found it.
It's an entire civilization.
I mean, he clears it up no problem, but
Oh,
you know, even getting this probe, it slows down getting the cannons or the
Had to
pylon
get
wall.
the probe. Vultures are just... They're vultures. It's the best name that you can come up with.
they are.
The creators had no idea what that unit would do, probably, but they got it right with that name.
Yeah, they don't know anything. They're just like, this is cool, put it in.
Yeah, I do wonder sometimes. I actually do wonder this at times. Like, I wonder if the developers actually thought about this use of this unit in the game. Like, did they
I mean,
actually
they
balance
balanced it on the awful Brood War maps. You know what I mean?
it? Yeah, exactly. I'm like,
There's probably
yeah, okay.
interviews where they talk about it. I haven't dug them up, but probably good line.
So yeah, I mean, it's really like I think we're really lucky that it worked out. I mean, I think they're obviously brilliant. Still massive fans, still tons of people playing it, but
Yeah.
also you know, just somehow just it worked, man. Because,
Terroru
you
is
know,
obsessed with this expansion here.
Yeah, there's no that's too bad. You know, you always try to like be proactive and get to the third, but sometimes it's just not the right time, and so there's no probes there, or you don't have enough vultures to do the damage.
Wow, like, he still gets
Jesus
another kill, though.
Christ.
Like, this isn't terrible, I think, to be through, because he's delaying the cannon, so he's forcing the vultures to stay there, which means no vultures hitting his front or whatever. So I think that's actually paying off for him, even though it looks like it's just hitting buildings. Like, he's actually denying cannons from being put up. Oh,
Oh,
no.
here we go. There's the money. That's what he was waiting for.
Oh.
Relentless.
Now he's just gonna go into the.
Trap, nice. Well, that was good counterplay by Dragon, getting the pylon wall up quick. He did get like 3 or 4 probes for 6 vultures, so you know it was an okay trade. What's coming up though is 6-fac and 6-fac versus Arbiter. I mean, it's still strong, but the Arbiter is really good to have out at this time. So.
Oh my god.
God. Crazy, man. Terror is just non-stop.
Terror. Okay, I was about to say before that happened, and he is actually still, he
10
still
kills.
has an 11 worker lead. Like, I still like Dragon's position in this game more than where he was last game, but I don't think he can.
He's got to be laughing about this. Is he gonna go in there again? Jesus.
Well, this
Christ.
third is like pretty costly. Like if you think of cost of pylons, you probably need 7 pylons to
Oh my
block it.
god.
So it's 700 minerals to block the pylons, and yeah, he just crushes more probes.
I'd be tilting if I was Dragon.
He's still maintaining a 11.
That's so painful, man. That's so painful.
I'm not sure what he's trading out exactly, but he's managing to keep a healthy worker count. But I don't know if he can stop this push.
Yeah, it's possible that Terror cut some SCVs to kind of get this push, but I mean, yeah, Dragon's still okay on workers, kind of comparatively.
Don't do it,
So let's
Dragon.
see. Oh,
But he does have a shuttle this time. Although Terra's mixed in some Goliaths as well, so and the range upgrades.
strong position, right against the wall with the tanks. That's the position you want.
Yeah.
You can't flank them. It's just like it's just a tough spot.
Oh my god.
And he's even got turrets down, like he's here to stay.
Oh, it's
I
got to
don't
go
know.
now because it's gonna get harder and harder.
Yeah.
It's not good.
No
Nice
stasis on
target
the Arbiter yet.
Oh, wow,
but
this is much
nice.
better than I
Oh,
thought.
wow.
Wow, what? Okay.
Yeah, I didn't call that at all. Wow, this was really lopsided. Good job, Dragon.
The vultures.
I want to know if
vultures-
he knew that this would happen, though.
Where did all those zealots come from?
He really came
happen
out nicely.
when you do the. That's the risk of all that vulture harass too, because you lost probably like 16 vultures
That's true.
that you didn't have in the fight.
'Cause
But
in
it
game
still didn't
one,
look like he was
got-
going to break that, man.
No, it was a really strong position. That was a good time to go too, because you know the vulture reinforce would be coming and all that, so you went at the right time. It's good.
So when we looked at game one, there was a huge vulture count that just, Zealots couldn't do anything on that in game 1, but in this one, we see just Zealots just push on through, not very many vultures. So I think you're right. That's the trade-off you make when you do all that vulture harass. So I don't know. Does it make sense to even do a push like that whenever you're going for economic harass, or is it better to try and secure your own third?
Well, I mean, with Terror, it's never over, right? Like, you've seen these tanks here.
He's coming back for the 6 o'clock. Finish the job.
Yeah, I feel like I'm watching the old Flash games when he was that was just like the thing Flash always did, was put tanks in really annoying positions.
Oh, he's trading really well. My
Yeah.
god.
Where are the Zealots?
Like, I thought Dragon was gonna bust that easily. What the hell's going on this year?
Yeah, where are the Zealots? There's a ton of Zealots on the map, but
They all died, man.
wow.
I mean, he's boxed out of his own high ground. Yeah, he needed that stasis earlier.
Yeah, man. I don't think he expected it to do that much damage.
He's still up in supply. He's got a almost, well, not quite double, but he's got a healthy worker lead. But
I'm convinced Dragon thinks this 6 o'clock expansion is like cursed.
well,
He's
got
never
a
gonna
fourth
expand
base.
it ever again.
He's got a 4th base at 5 o'clock. I don't know if it's mining yet, but if he
Man,
secures
sucks.
I mean, you're probably right. It's not a good. It might not be a good third to take right away because just how difficult it is to defend.
He had a nice little lead, I thought, and it's more or less gone.
I mean, Dragon still. I would still favor. I mean, I would favor Dragon like 60-40 right now. He's still. Terror did, you know, all this on 2 base. He's just getting a 3rd base now. And, yeah, I mean, it depends on all these little engagements here. If Terror can somehow
oh, hello, the Arbiter. Okay, there's no
get
air.
a map, he can get a good map position, then he'll be fine. But if Dragon's able to kind of take the map, then Terror
There's
will be
5
behind.
tanks and 2 Goliaths, or 3. He's got to
Yeah,
break
he's kind of
this.
disarray. Maybe he's just macroing. I don't know. He was doing something, and okay, now he's got Zealots, but
Nice.
okay, nice,
Great stasis.
nice stasis. Although his Dragoons are getting, he needs to micro his Dragoons up. The Zealots are just dying. Like, you want the
Yeah, if
Zealots.
you get some mine drags, that would have been great on those Goliaths. They're right by them. So yeah, man, tough game. Good
I mean, I
battles.
think he could have broke that even more convincingly, because I mean, now I feel like he has to actually back up again. Because I mean, you want your Zealots to be hitting at the same time your Dragoons do, so their Dragoons are tanking while the Dragoons are also dealing damage. But he just had his Dragoons hit crits.
Dragon's got a good economy. A lot of minerals is floating around.
Yeah, but he's limited by his gateway count. I don't know
Which
how
isn't
many
that
he's
bad.
got, but he's adding in some more. But
8?
if he can't pump out enough units to break this position, like Terror's is gonna scale much better every round of units that comes down. So
Yeah, it's almost like you shouldn't have invested so much in the cannons at the 4th and just done a little bit more focus at home with the gates. But still looks like okay. Like you can probably get at
Arbiters
least
this year.
3 arbiters. Yeah.
okay, you got a 3rd base now for Terry, so he's not all in on this. But do we have any more tanks coming down for Terry? I don't. Okay, SCV is interesting. Okay.
One stuck over there.
He's just on the lookout,
Free
Yeah,
on tank.
enjoying the view.
I think Terry's not macroing out tanks at the moment because he's got a 1300 gas bank. I think he's focused. I don't think he's got anything behind this push. He's just focusing on expanding.
He's got a robo. I'd be pumping out these shuttles. I can understand he's making more observers, but he already has a few over here. Shuttles are
Terror's-
super strong.
Very strong siege tank spread though. This is difficult to push into.
Yeah, he's making a low eco style work really well.
Terra's got
Yeah.
no defense, and
I don't
countering
know
is
about
probably
this.
a
I
good
think he
idea.
needs to pump out a bunch of Zealots and just. I don't know about this runaround. Like,
He can't break that though.
maybe with another round of Zealots.
Maybe.
possibly, but maybe he thinks not. I mean, he's an S rank, I'm not, so yeah. But That's
The
What
trade-off
are the-
wouldn't
what are-
be
what are
very
the
good for him.
choices? Yeah, what are the choices here? Like he's getting gates up at his third, so
Oh
he
no,
can
don't lose
try to
that.
flank it later.
yeah. I just don't like this trade. Like he's not even. I don't even think he's gonna kill the third, but even if he does, he's trading control of his gateway position, and now he's.
Like, this is great. His tanks aren't even sieged.
I disagree with his trading. I think he already lost it, so he's kind of making do with what his cards are.
I don't know what Terroru is doing there, like not sieging his tanks.
I don't think you want to if the zealots are already on top of him. At least not all of them. Maybe one.
Ooh, and these mines are gonna come up from behind too.
He's trading really well now, though. So, I mean,
That's it.
wow.
Well done. How did he do that on
That was a
T-base for
very
so
strange
long?
fight.
Good job, Dragon.
That was very strange. Like he just pushed him with all of his tanks unsieged.
Terroru's TVP is so fucking strong.
Yeah.
We
Well,
had
his third was-
like a best of
I
7
felt,
with him and Scan, and he like 4-0'd Scan. And Scan, I know his main isn't Protoss, but he can get S rank with Protoss, and he does have S rank. So he's a
Yeah,
really
scary
strong.
turn, man.
Shout out to both.
And to what you're saying, Bug, I think he felt he couldn't defend his third, so he's like, "Well, I gotta go now, otherwise it's over."
I mean, good call then. I mean, again, I felt that personally looking at that, I would have thought that would have been a trade that I couldn't afford to make. But yeah, he had his gateway count in there, so I guess he was waiting on that extra, 4 zealots he was getting, whatever. So that's what.
So
I think
side
That's
one
so
one.
crazy. That was 40 SUVs for like the whole game. So, and the fact that he's maintaining that position is really really good. Because once Protoss gets the map control and you're down on eco, it's a longer game and it's hard.
Wonder what we're gonna see this game. Hard to tell at this point. Yeah, like usually when I watch casts, I don't usually get bothered by having the soundtrack on. And I do play with it as well, but I think it actually, like, I don't know if I would notice a big difference if I was playing a game, but if I'm watching a cast without music, it definitely is noticeable.
Yeah. So it's 2-0 Terror, right? And it's best of 5. So this
How
could
is
be
it
the last one.
2-0 for Terror?
No, it's 1-1.
Oh, it's 1-1.
You saw the last game. Come on,
Oh,
give
really?
Dragon his
Oh my
props. He worked his
Oh,
ass
no.
off. You remember the
Oh,
vulture
God.
kills?
My bias just straight out, just denying reality.
Dragon lost like half his hair from that vulture harass alone.
Like I'm pretty sure I saw Terror won that last one. I don't know what you guys are watching, but yeah, okay, 1-1. So yeah, we could possibly have a couple more games, up to 3 more games, right?
Yeah. And these guys are fun to watch. And correct me if I'm wrong, but that's a very early for Terroru. So,
Yes, this is a different opening. The last 2 games he did 15cc Rax expand, so this time he's going gas, switching it up.
yeah, I found it interesting. He went 15 racks last game and then turned it into a low eco kind of.
Well, it's a
deny.
powerful, like such an economical build. Like the difference is really big. You can do those two fac aggression pushes and then into the 6 fac, and because it's so economic, like you have all of this, economic power behind you. That Protoss usually have a tough time responding to it. You can slow them down with like Reavers, DTs, GT drops, all that stuff helps.
Got Dark Matter casting with a bug.
So once this factory completes, do you think we're going to see a machine shop, or are we going to see a starport?
I don't know. I like the other positions for a starport. Like if there were switch positions, I like that position better as a drop, because then you don't have to pass the gnat. But I mean,
We're going to see Speed Culture drop, or what do you think? Mine drop?
oh, is that? No, that's a nice wall. I'm not sure. Maybe tank 2 vulture. We'll see.
Well, so then I'm glad to see this getting mixed in.
Yeah, we'll see how quickly Dragon sniffs it out, because he'll know something's up. So how he chooses to respond will make a big difference here. And you're kind of forced to get the siege.
Pressure in the front though, yeah.
You can't just do like vulture because of this pressure. You need a tank at least, and siege, and then that even lets you kind of maybe get away with faking the expansion. They're thinking you're doing siege expand, but I mean most good Protoss don't fall for it. Oh, gets the
nice.
goon, man.
What? Wow. Okay. Yeah, Terry really on top of his micro there.
It's a tough build. This is a really tough build. I mean, if you really don't do anything, you're setting yourself quite behind, and then
I feel like
Protoss can just run you over.
Something is up because there's no CC in sight. No vultures came out to I mean, I guess vultures don't normally come out, but
he's not even waiting to confirm the command center. He's like, nope, nothing's happening here. I'm going home. So I think for sure he suspects something.
So he is going for mines, and he also got.
Hi everybody.
Hey, you.
Hey.
YUSX daughter, Juliet. Wishing everyone a Merry Christmas.
For one tank.
Oh,
Flying
what
right
a
over.
spot.
Wow, that's a very
Good
unlucky.
job.
Hey, Merry Brugler to you. Sounds like YUSX's son. Nate. That's his bedtime. So the drop has been
faking
denied.
the drop.
Oh, there's nothing in there.
He faked the
Oh, he
drop,
never
which is
dropped it?
great.
Oh my god, I missed all this. My apologies, people.
Oh, he dropped it in the front. Okay.
He deked my ass, and I'm the observer.
So they're roughly even on workers. If he can, I don't know about attacking the pylons here, but I guess he. These greens are very squishy though, so I don't know. I think he's opting to sacrifice the tank to hopefully get some probe kills. But
Yeah, I don't like
back,
Terra's
so-
position all that much. Well, he's getting damage in here.
I mean, like you said, he has to get something done here. So
Scores tied 1-1. This best of 5 cash prize show match between two S-rank, well-known foreign players.
So all that said and done, Dragon ended up with the same worker count as when he made the push. Like, there's really no change in worker count, and he lost a tank and some vultures. But he did buy him some time to get his natural expansion started. Over halfway done now, so...
Would it be greedy if Dragon expanded again?
Probably, like, he probably wants maybe 8-10 goons before he does that.
He can kind of break
Especially
right now.
because
Can he?
there's another drop. You know, he could build another drop ship, even though it's expensive. And then having to defend.
Try it.
So he's going for the mineral third this time.
I mean, unless Terroru just added in, like, some factories and just all ends off one base, then... But I think that's kind of the unlikely scenario, so just... Like, I get he can just cancel the third if he doesn't scout a natural.
Yeah, and Terra's playing really safe. He's getting eBay. So he'll probably be taking a third alongside Dragon pretty soon. And yeah, we'll see. It looks like it's becoming a bit of a slower game than last two. Probably be a 2-1 push or something like that. He's got another dropship up there. That's good. Keeping up the
Really,
pressure.
that's a long way. All the way top corner. The Dragon should know there's a dropship out on the map, so... I think he'll be expecting something. I don't know if he has any Dragoons in it. Yeah, he does. So he is prepared.
Yeah, and again getting the probe, but this time not in time to deny the third. He does see the third up. And Dragon also got all the information he needed on Terror's base with the observers. You got the observer in the main, you always want that. Just keeping track of everything that's going on. So these guys kind of know exactly what's going on, and we'll just see where it goes from here. Maybe is it going to be Arbiter? Is it going to be Carrier? Is Dragon going to try maybe breaking the third if he feels he can, depending on which one Terror decides to take? And another nice drop here, more probes.
Yeah, 4 probes, I think.
Yeah, I feel like he's still trying to get damage done, and he's doing a good job. Like, I mean, he's even on worker, so somehow, I mean, Terror with the harass, man.
Yeah, I would have expected Dragon to be further up in workers, considering he opened a more economic opening and didn't take all that much damage from the push. So
I guess that shows the value of those little attacks, even if he gets 3. You know, he got 2 vultures, trading for 3 probes. So let's say he does that twice, 6 probes, and even that actually adds up. You know, to me, like when I played, I don't really care about that. I'm like, nah, it's not worth it. But it seems to be adding up.
And I think we'll see it more effective this game than last game because, I mean, this time he is, like you said, I think going to sit back more. And so he's eking out small economic edges. Whereas last game, it kind of didn't matter because he then didn't have vultures to defend his tanks.
Yeah, and he wasn't going for he wasn't trying to be economically ahead. He was trying to be like ahead in the army, right, with his 6-fac.
Yeah.
But in this case, he wants that advantage going into the late game.
Exactly. If he had like an extra 10 vultures with that push, it could have turned out differently.
This is another 3 or 4 probes too. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's painful, man. I mean, he's got to be feeling the effects, right?
Like I'm not a Protoss player, but
and this will slow you down too. It'll slow you down mentally because
they're called vultures, man.
You're not playing at your own pace anymore. Dragon's used to like hitting timings, and he's not hitting them anymore because he can't, right?
But they're central to TVP. If you don't have good vulture play, you're not gonna win.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can see like this game demonstrates the difference it makes when you're harassing with them, making them effective.
Oh, that's the Demonio Azul, right there. I didn't even.
Oh,
it looked like a face.
Hail Satan!
That's why I call it the devil map. Frequently comes up with all kinds of sophisticated names.
Yeah, it's like the skull map. I forget, cross something. I don't know.
Yeah, but is it Tau Cross?
No, but it's got a big skull in the middle. It's a desert map.
Map that was an ASL like 3 or 4 seasons ago.
Yeah. And Tasteless just calls it skull map or something like that.
Oh, that's funny. You think I like them?
Yeah.
Yeah, he comes up with the funniest names for terms. Like
Wow, man.
I remember StarCraft 2 where he came up with this slowing field and called them Pubulas. Now everyone calls them Pubulas.
I'm not liking this at all. Like,
yeah.
the amount of damage with these vultures, holy.
But he's up 6 workers now on toss, so I mean, there's about to go down for Terroru, so I mean,
yeah.
He's moving across though, so I think he's maybe going to try and set up a position.
So I was wrong. I mean, Terra's plan was keep harassing and then do a 2-base push. Like that's incredible, man.
So like he's taking his third behind it, but it's vulnerable to run by. And he doesn't really have that many vultures. Probably another round coming out though. So
I think he can bust this. He's got 2 shuttles, so many zealots, but he played it safe and backed off.
He does not have an arbiter though. He's just now starting to.
Look, the vultures have left.
His arbiter tech's still probably 4 or 5 minutes out.
Like without the shuttles, he might be able to bust that. With 2 shuttles,
he's got to get a good spread here because like this is just prone to clumping. So.
Oh no!
Oh no! Yeah.
He lost the shuttle with 4 zealots in there.
Yeah, you have to run zealots in first.
That's major.
Is he gonna try to go around?
Yeah, I don't think he can. it's tough because he took a very late Arbiter tech. He's adding a 4th Nexus behind us, so... But this is rough. I mean,
Well, here comes the attempt here. A lot of vultures behind there. Still no tanks even further back.
yeah, he needs to run his Zealots. Just,
I mean,
yeah.
Terroru finished the cycle of vultures, right? And it's just getting
Nice
harder
play.
and harder
That's
to
a nice
bust.
play for Terror.
More Zealots coming in though.
Dragon's Gate count probably still at 6, so he's still not, you know, pumping out. He's got 8 now.
I think that was his chance. I think he's gonna keep being behind here.
Taking a 4th behind 8. He knows of Terror's 3rd. I wonder if he's going to send a Zealot or 2 over there. But he's focused on kind of this position again. And last game we saw, this position's really strong. You just hug the wall.
got another round of Zealots right now. I mean, maybe he's gonna try and wait for Terroru to move in a little closer and then try to set up a flank. Or he's gonna try and catch off reinforcements. I'm not sure exactly. I mean, if he does catch off reinforcements, running his Dragoons from the front while hitting from the back, it could be a powerful play.
Yeah. He's
So
putting up
maybe
the Terran army.
I do like this move though because
Just put a leash on his
saw in
life.
game one- Yeah, we saw in game 1 the position for Terran was very strong.
Oh no, back off. You got a nice flank, buddy.
At the
Going
right
for the
time,
flank.
yeah.
Sandwich.
Got another round. 5 goons, 2 Zealots coming out. He can.
Oh, look at that.
He's time. Now's his time to go though.
Dragon, send your troops.
This is-
Oh, no, man. That was
That
much time
delay
for
with the
it to come together.
dragoons might
Yeah,
have
that
cost
might
him the
be-
game.
That might
Oh.
be it. He can't. He's still in a good position because he can't reinforce.
He's got to move now.
Like he's
got
cut
some
off too much
zealots.
reinforcements, so it's still a strong position. Maybe he's got to wait for another sandwich. Turkey club this time.
Oh, more reinforcements coming. Who's getting sandwiched now?
It's a sandwich within the sandwich.
Yeah, right?
What's happening?
It's a powerful Protoss ball there, so if
Is it though?
well, he's got another round of goons and Zealots coming out. I don't. Yeah. It's a tough position.
Yeah, with these tanks and the reinforcement, Terror waited for the tanks, and now he's able to take this middle army, and that's game.
Wow. A little unfortunate timing there. I think he just got a little. I don't know if his units just aggroed out, but most of his Zealots died before goons were able to connect from behind. So strong push there.
I wonder if Dragon
Yeah.
watched the replay and that moment he was like, yo, that was it. I should have went for it with my dragoons.
These have been great games, though. Really good.
Yeah.
Happy to see them.
I feel like
Action
the
packed.
was better from Dragon this time. It was a similar situation in game 1, and he responded better, but just the execution wasn't quite there.
All right, I'll be right back.
I think this will go to 5 games.
All right, let's get into it.
So with Dragon spawning at the top and Terroru at the bottom, I think we might see early. I don't know. It's hard to tell at this point.
What's your prediction?
Pylon in Maine. Pylon in Maine. What does that tell you? I think we might see some early aggression. Not all in, but some pressure. Coming out from Dragon. So let's see. He is going to first scout, it appears, or not. Okay, it's not. Another early gas coming out from Terroru, so I wonder if we'll see the starport build again, or perhaps he's going to opt for maybe early early machine shop. And cybernetics core. Are we going to see DTs?
Dragon doesn't seem to go DT rush.
My man, why you suck? How you doing?
Yo, what's
Merry
up?
Brood War.
Yeah. Okay, so I've been watching this, and this map, sometimes I notice on that top mining position, you see where that little gap is? I think you need to place a pylon there, kind of like on Andromeda, to keep your pros from traveling behind the minerals sometimes.
Seems to be okay. That might have been a older
Maybe
version that's been fixed. Because that would indicate probably a worker pathfinding issue. But still a good idea.
Yeah, maybe it's not. Maybe it's just doing that after he built the pylon.
Early, I think
I
this is
noticed
early-
Terran doing it a couple games ago, a couple times too, but maybe it was after they built a supply depot as well. I know on Andromeda they have that issue to where on the top right position, I think it's Andromeda, you have to put a pylon between mineral patches to keep your pros from going behind the minerals to mine.
Should be fixable, I think.
Yeah.
Editing the
These guys
map.
know more about
Maybe
that than
the
me.
map author didn't do that, and that's why people were doing it. But
Protoss chilling outside of Terran. Will he stay? Will he go? Looks like he's going. Nope. Sight. So 6 Marines. So he's definitely going for a little timing push into an expansion here.
no dragon, run.
Hey, I'm back.
Hey, welcome back. Just trying to
Where
figure out
were
what
you?
sort of play. Oh,
Jumped right into 3 gates there.
yeah, 3 gates and a robo. Is this?
Might be a short game.
Yeah, I'm thinking so too.
If Terror transitions into a bunker, if he's able to see that third gate, that second and third gate, he'll be fine. But if he doesn't, he's screwed.
I wonder if Dragon suspected a 2-fac, so he's kind of playing extra safe. Although 3 gates is kind of unusual, but since it's a flat map, maybe he feels it's necessary.
That's a lot. That's a lot of Terran map.
That's a lot of Marines. So looks like strong FD, 2 tanks, 8 Marines.
Oh, and Dragon supply blocked.
Uh-oh, that's not good.
It
will
looks
be-
like it
this will
only
be
lasted
tough.
for a second. Ooh,
Oh, Gasella goes down.
Killed
no.
that Zealot for a SEV. That's a good trade.
Yeah.
The Dragon's kind of in a little bit of trouble here, actually.
He needs to buy time. He's got 3 gateways.
Throw it. Let's see.
This is
Oh, no
difficult to
siege
micro.
mode, so never mind. Yeah, Terra just needs to get the hell out. I don't think he realize this.
Yeah, I
Is he
mean,
able
if that
to see
supply
the
block
gate?
lasted any longer, he would have been in trouble, but it was only brief, so with 3 gates, holds it no problem.
Right.
Now,
But again,
the
if by the
counter,
time he gets his natural command center down,
well, we'll see if Terra tries to get speed before Siege. Although it'd be
Yeah.
risky because he's got the obs out.
He's got
But,
siege mode almost done here.
If he did, that'd be the only threat to Dragon right now with this counter. Well, he does have the vultures going out.
Oh. Yeah, boy. See, Terra doesn't have a bunker or anything. He's got 2 tanks though.
Oh, he's got Siege too, so that's good. So maybe it's just with the slow vultures now. That's a good counter play. He's just gotta save this CC and he'll be fine. Terra, man, proving himself again.
turning off.
The harass master.
Oh my gosh.
The story of this game. Or this
He
Damn.
missed a lot of kills there. Oh
He
no,
even
he
pulling
missed
back.
the last
Oh, no.
vulture. He missed the last vulture.
Tragedy. No, don't go out like this.
Not like
Wow.
this, Dragon.
Not
Wow.
like this. Oh. So
just
the
now
worker
starting
count
back.
is very different, and Terror has his expansion up and running.
Yeah, it sucks you can't bust with 3 gateways. You just had 1 factory.
Yeah, I was about to say. See, he's building a wall now. He knows he has a huge lead.
He's got a shuttle, though, he could make. But he's not.
I don't know, he's making observers, so I don't know what the idea is there. I mean, I'm probably looking for mines, but looking in the Terran's base, he's got to know he's got to do something.
We don't all have fucking overlords all around the map, okay? We need observers to see things. The Zerg user doesn't understand. I'm just kidding.
Dragon probably had an opportunity. Terra's just like really good with those SCVs. He brought him forward enough in his nat that his goons couldn't range his tanks because there was like was it like 5 or 6 goons against 2 tanks. So if he was able to get close enough,
I don't think he
he
saw the
would've been able to do
Stargate.
a lot more damage.
Double expand from Dragon.
He
I'm
saw
thinking
something. He just doesn't know what it is, so he's going back. Yeah. Okay, so now he sees it.
Double expand from Dragon. I'm thinking he's just gonna cut upgrades and just try to.
Okay, can you
Hustle
do me a favor? Can you do a reveal full map real quick? Is that gonna? Okay, good. Okay, go to the left side. Cause see, wouldn't that expansion be better for him to take? Is there a ramp on the bottom and the other
There's
side?
2 ramps. 2 ramps.
2 ramps.
Well, yeah. There's
Okay, yeah, okay. Cause see, I saw Terror take this expansion too, and I was like, man, wouldn't that left side expansion be better for him? Because it worked great for Protoss, I felt last game. You can actually wall the ramp off though with a couple pylons.
Yeah, but it's 2 ramps. You need like 6 pylons, maybe.
You just put a couple dragoons on the backside, or maybe
Yeah.
even just 1, and then your reinforcements are right outside your base, so it's just a hop, skip, and way.
A lot of factories.
I don't know. That's just my opinion on
This
it.
is the Industrial Revolution happening. Terroru's
Yeah.
base.
Yeah, and Dragon's still down in workers. He's catching up. He will off 3 nexuses, but will he have an army? Is the question. We've already got a dropship on the way, so if Dragon's watching us, he saw it, but I don't know.
Yeah, well, it's a tough hill to climb for Dragon, and he's down on gateways, so you know it's going to be a hell of a push
He's
in a
got
few
a
minutes.
move though. A good move though. I think he must have seen that move out. Or just had really good game sense here. Wow. Takes so many Dragoon shots to kill a vulture.
Wonder if he's getting storm or anything like that, or he's kind of rely on shuttles.
Yeah, I
I
don't
don't
think
think
he's
he's got many options.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna get upgrades or tech here. He's just gonna try to muscle.
Well,
Which I
I
think
mean,
is the right call, but
I'll say a little prayer for Dragon then.
Yeah, he's getting Citadel. Okay, yeah, good move. Yeah, that's like the one tech you need for Gateway Man.
Isn't mining any gas. This is natural.
No, he's just
Yeah,
gonna go. I think he's
put it
just
right
gonna
now.
add a lot of gates and still alive.
Oh, drop coming in. Oh yeah. Dragon was waiting for him. But I mean, it was worth the drop. Look at that. Wow.
Yeah, but there's
I think I got
there's
3
still
kills.
workers now. Dragon has evened up the count, so he's gonna be able to start cashing in on 3 bases here soon. So the thing is, he needs gateways. He's got 2 more on the way, and Forge should be getting.
This is
I mean,
what the
I think
observers
Forge
are for.
cannons, I don't know if you really want. Is this the time to start upgrades, or should you just throw down even more gateways and try to just
Let's
have
go.
a big army? Because Terran's move. I mean, Terran is moving. The purple people are moving out. And I'm not sure that Protoss can stop it. Oh no, he wasn't
This is
looking.
just too much. Terror's a fucking baller, man.
Yeah, this is.
The worst practice partner in NAS. Hands down is Terroru. I imagine
thing
nobody
is,
wants to
nobody,
practice against him.
No, oh no, you want to practice or some.
I'm just joking.
Well, you're gonna have a headache after. You're gonna take out some aspirin or something.
Yeah, take it out on your kids. What? That's not a thing? Okay.
That was dark, man.
Yes.
Dark.
I might have lost a terror. I'm not gonna lose to you.
Oh man.
I mean, this location that Terroru is camping in,
Oh, it's
smart.
deadly, bro.
You're gonna have a hard time busting through
Yeah.
there.
I mean, I don't know about this Dragoon dance. I like the idea of trying to slow the Terran push, but that's. a little
He's lost 4 or 5 Dragoons for absolutely nothing. And I think he
Yeah.
lost another one there.
I mean, he's got a lot of Dragoons.
Alright, so if he actually goes around, I mean, I don't know, dude. He
No,
can't
he's
count.
getting picked apart here.
Yeah, he's got to wait for Zealot leg to finish.
He has way too many Dragoons, no
Oh
Zealots.
no, they're not done yet. Oh no.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Yeah,
be
he
busting
can't-
right
he
now.
can't do this. No, this is so bad.
It's just he's at his base, right? So he feels
no
pressured.
rush.
God, dude, that was brutal.
Oh,
Absolutely brutal.
I felt like he really wasn't in a rush. I think he could have waited for the Zealot push. Like,
It's too bad.
yeah, that's just rough.
I think the third gate. Someone in chat was mentioning two gate would probably been enough. He probably like thought it was a 2-fac. He was trying to counter that, and that just set him so behind. And then the smackaroony, the backhand from Terror, of course.
Yeah. Well, if I ever have to practice against Terroru, I'll know to look out for the.
Yeah,
the
three or four cannons right off the hop on your main.
If I'm a Zerg player, it's probably going to be like 2 dropships dropping off somewhere to snipe a tech or get behind my mineral line. So.